Hello, John. Hello, Kaylin. They are our hosts for the show for college football's Offsides Top 25 plus 5 on the Trim Radio Network. Anyway, I have to alter something real quick. This seems to always do that, and I don't know why. Um, anyway, and then we can invite people, copy done, put it in our comments. So if you'd like to join us, now you can find us. Anyway, we have a lot going on with the football. And of course, John is our host. Kaylin is the co host. I'm just here for comedic relief. That's my job. So I sometimes will go blank and let them talk. We had some upsets last week. Some games that probably weren't upsets, but they were, and things really got shaken up in the top 25. And where do we go from here? Where are we at mid-season? Because we're halfway there. We're one game past that now. So you guys discuss it. Tell us where we're at. I will sit in the background and make the wonderful humor.
So it's crazy about the top 25. 20 through 25 has been a bunch of, it's just been a lot of shifting around, and teams that will peak in and then they'll lose and they'll peak out. So the rest of it is been, I don't know, in my mind, it's been a solid top 20.
Okay, so these teams that are, starting to peak out and starting to emerge, one game here or there, I still think you have a shot at the playoffs.
I still see biased.
And there's always going to be a bias, but that works itself out in the end.
Oh, I mean, sometimes.
There's no question.
So, I've got serious concerns when you have two lost teams that are ranked, but then you have a team like Washington and then a team like Illinois. And who'd they lose to? Oh, well, they lost to the number one team. That's it.
Okay, but
and
can
Illinois lost to the number one and the number three team.
All right, but can those teams stack up against a team like Vanderbilt? Can they stack up against? And I think because the SEC,
but and there's the bias though. How are you going to sit there and say Vandy now is better than Washington? Washington's single loss is to Ohio State, number one ranked team. Vandy's loss is to who?
Alabama,
which is ranked what?
Number 3, John. Number 4.
But how many losses does Bama have now?
One loss. That's it.
One loss to who?
It was, matter of fact, it was Florida State, but it was.
Hang on now. Who did Florida State lose to?
Well, they've lost, 2-3 times.
Well, damn, that win doesn't look that significant anymore now.
But at the first...
But here's the bias. If you're going to sit there and hold them to the same stipulations, though, it's like, okay, well, then Washington's resume looks better than Bama's.
Okay. But you also have to take account that this is one of a top matchups, and teams at the very beginning of the year, they're fresh. They're wanting to come back. I think that some of them play harder. It's like Michigan, Ohio State. Michigan can lose 5 games. They get into, Ohio State getting into Michigan, and all of a sudden they're playing the best football that they've played all year long. They've lost 4 or 5 games, and boom, they come out on top. Mm-hmm. And then Ohio State has 1 loss, and, then you're going to say, what? They lost to Michigan, who's got 5 losses. Why are they still ranked number 1 through 4 or 1 through 5?
They weren't.
I mean, am I wrong here, John?
Yeah, it's the same thing with Texas versus Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That game, you can throw out the records.
Yeah.
Because Michigan, they came out and said a decade ago they only practice for the Ohio State game.
Yeah, that's their Super Bowl. So
that's their. John's right. That's their Super Bowl. So I mean, all year long, Michigan's goal isn't necessarily other teams.
No,
It's
Ohio State.
how do we prepare for Ohio State? Ohio State's goal now is not necessarily, they don't really care. Michigan, is it going to keep us out of the playoffs? No. Is it going to give us the first round bye? No, we're not going to get that. But then we're at an advantage. Even though we play one more game, it is a wake up call. It does motivate them, and they have a chance to run the table again. So I don't like a week off. Ohio State and a week off is just not a good mix.
No.
Running through the entire time. I don't like idle. John will tell you that.
Yeah. That's all you talked about for 20 years is why do we have to listen to nothing?
Yeah.
Because we're not NFL.
But it doesn't matter.
NFL has titles.
Yeah, I don't like them. Do you like them?
I mean, to me, if you don't have an idol, it gives you a chance to play the whole team.
Yes.
So,
the whole way through. You could get your second string in, your third string. You can pick what games. I like John's idea because you could pick games. Okay, maybe this one's not as tough. Let's throw the second string in there. Let's prepare them because next year, those are going to be the guys. You can do that. You can plan that on out. I mean, idols are like you go home, you get fat, you eat steak, and the next thing you know, you're sloppy.
It prevents the Alabama versus Mercer.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And Ohio State against the school of nuns of the future. It's like I agree, and I think some of the scheduling that they're doing with cupcake teams should be held against them to some degree because those teams aren't representing a true win. Of course,
but then you have the Appalachian State beating Michigan or Northern Illinois beating Notre Dame.
Okay, but those teams are the upper echelon and have won their conferences or, known for being giant slayers, like Fresno State with Wisconsin 2 years in a row. Appalachian State with Michigan. What was it? 2 years in a row. Northern Illinois taking out somebody big. UNLV. They can do damage. So those, who's Mercer? Okay. I'm just saying it's like a bad surname,
So UNLV played Idaho and Sam Houston. I think Idaho was a D3 a couple of years ago, and Sam Houston. I don't know. I cannot name another team in their conference.
I don't know.
And then you have
your conference.
What conference are they in?
What conference are they in?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, to me,
All-American Conference or something?
No, I don't think so. I guess this is the point: is that the big teams? Oh, we got to give the little guys a shot. No, you want to go beat them up. I mean, really, you're
Conference USA.
Oh, okay, so the Conference USA. I did not know that, but you're like the bully on the street. When you see teams that are playing each other to start the season, Texas, Michigan, Texas, Ohio State.
Like Miami played Bethune-Cookman.
Is that a cooking school?
I know they're in Fort Lauderdale now.
I did not know that. And that's the point. But then when you have an idle week, on top of it, you want to take a nap. You come off of the nap, you're groggy, you're tired, and then you're not doing as well. So I just don't like idle weeks. I don't.
Shit.
Well, run the schedule. That's it. Run the schedule. If you're going to play the schedule, run the schedule. Throw in a second stream, second team, chance for those games against that. So if you're going to play, I don't know, University, then take the time to put in a second string. I mean, I don't see what the problem is. You can always put in the first string if they're not doing good.
Or you can just put the first string in and beat the crap out of them and then not play the second half.
Yeah, either way. And they're like, well, prevents us from getting injury, we can heal up. I didn't know that's what the second string or the third string can do. I mean, so I don't know. That ends that conversation. John, we've got some big picks. This is going to be a very tough week to make some picks.
I put my picks in Tuesday. I could not think about it.
And I've got to get my.
We got some good games this week.
Oh, we've got some wonderful games this week. I've got to get my big spectacles on because I can't see a lick without my glasses. So I have to get the big ones on, and now I've got to find the big ones and see where I did put them. Somewhere. Always in a drawer, but somewhere. Can't believe I didn't have them out. You know what? I'm going to go on the phone and pull it off the phone because I printed this thing out and it's dinky. Yeah. Okay, so Ohio State is playing Wisconsin. I don't think that this is, as challenging as it was for, like, let's say, Washington. Wisconsin's a good team, but are they Washington? No.
It's going to be over.
So I like Ohio State there. It's at Wisconsin.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, I think the result will be Ohio State probably by 14.
21.
John, what do we got?
The numbers say Ohio State by 24.
Yeah, I was going to say by 21.
John has it to Ohio State by 24. All right. The next one up, Georgia versus Ole Miss. Now, this kind of presents a conundrum because Ole Miss has the talent.
Mm-hmm.
There's no question.
Ole Miss is going to
And they have what? One loss?
They have none.
Or they have none, do they?
No, they're one loss.
No, one loss, right?
Ole Miss has not lost.
Yeah, no loss.
Oh, okay, no losses.
I'm taking
And
Ole Miss.
you're going against a Georgia team.
I've got
But
Ole Miss.
Lane Kiffin has this problem that James Franklin has. And that is, okay, we could beat Bama, but then we lose to Kirby Smart.
Nope, he's got it together this year, I'm telling you.
So is Ole Miss going to break that chain this week? And it's at Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
So
Only reason why I'm taking Ole Miss.
I could see.
I got Georgia mathematically by 2. That's it. 2.
I still got Ole Miss.
You have Georgia by 2, huh?
That's
not even a field goal. Usually the home team gets a field goal, if I'm not mistaken, a 3-point advantage. So
you get a 2.5 point, but you can't score a half a point.
no. So
I got Ole Miss.
is it Kellen likes Ole Miss? John, who'd you like?
I like Georgia still. I'm doing the numbers this year. It's just like I said about Texas and Oklahoma. Oklahoma curve side, they look the winner, and the number said Texas, and Texas won.
Yep. Yeah, I like Georgia in this one. Very, very close.
Georgia has a decent kicker too.
Right. Somehow or another, they get it done.
The Usually, when it comes down to Alabama or Georgia with Kiffin,
You don't want to. You don't want to pick. You don't want to.
Kiffin usually puts them in a chance to lose.
Yes. All right. So now we go to Alabama, Tennessee, and this is at Tennessee, I believe. Correct?
No, it's at
No, it's at Alabama.
Yeah.
Tennessee has one loss. They lost to Georgia, and actually, they didn't lose to Georgia. They beat themselves. The kicker kicked wide right. He sliced it. And then, of course, he made the same kick.
He was shaking all the cut out.
Yeah, the kicker ripped defeat out of the jaws of victory. They beat Georgia. They had Georgia beat. They outplayed Georgia. They were more physical than Georgia.
The first half, Tennessee was all over Georgia.
All over them. Yeah, I agree. And then they had to, in the fourth quarter, step on the gas again, but they were able to do that. And then Georgia stepped on the gas at the end. They tied it, and here we went. When really they could have made that kick, and that game was done.
Yeah.
So Tennessee blew that one, and Alabama beat Georgia up. I got to say, as much as I hate saying this, I like Alabama in this one. It's really hard to go against them.
I went against Alabama against Missouri, and guess what?
You were punished. Yeah, you were punished.
That was my only upset in the top 25.
Yeah, because I remember when you said they're going to run it right down their throat, and it didn't happen. And I was like, whoo, glad I went for Alabama in that one. It's really hard to bet against them.
Yeah.
What is the prediction for that one?
Alabama plus 2.
Alabama by 2.
So
Thoughts?
you got Georgia and Ole Miss and Alabama and Ole Miss and Tennessee, and it's both of them are plus 2 or a 2-point game. To me, that's screaming overtime.
I really hate to bet against Alabama. I really do. Can they go in there Halloween and make Alabama thump them one time? Could that be a tripping point for Alabama? Alabama's only loss, Alabama lost to Florida State. That was a secondary defeat because Florida State passed almost that entire game. And Aguilar passes well. Can the secondary keep up and hang tough with them while he does that?
And Florida State's QB from week 1 on, he has declined.
Right. Okay.
I don't even look at Florida State now after 3 losses.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No need to.
So, and you got.
I'll take the defeat here. I will take Tennessee, even though I know that it's probably a mistake and a 1-point loss right there for me. But I'm going to take Tennessee. I'll say that they can sneak in there and they can win this game by 1 point, maybe 2.
Cool.
John's saying that because he's betting.
I learned my lesson.
Yeah. This week it's my lesson. All right. So, and I'm still. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that game on hold. I want to think about it. So, this would put Tennessee in a very bad spot because it would give them 2 losses, which would still make them possibly. They need this game to maintain into the playoffs because if Alabama has 2 losses, if Tennessee has 2 losses, if Georgia has 2 losses, and Texas A&M does not, Ole Miss does not.
There's 11 teams that are undefeated yet.
Yeah. And I think that, I'm going to trust my instinct and go with Tennessee.
Did you sign that?
Yeah. And John is not going to let me forget that.
Andrea said, Mike's not going to let you forget that you picked Missouri.
Yeah. I just tell her that I did. I'm not rubbing it in, even though you said they were going to ram it down their throats. So I'm not going to do that to you, John.
I feel bad too.
Yeah.
Like,
Indiana at Michigan State.
That's going to be a whooping.
Yeah, I see a beat down there. I think Signetti has that team on a big bowl of confidence soup, and they're eating it well. And I just don't. I mean, you talk about rolling out the red carpet. I think Indiana is going to roll out the red carpet and cover Michigan State to where it's suffocating.
I'm bringing back when we were doing the sports talk when I was in South Carolina, and that's the man size being.
That's the Indiana is up. What is the point spread on that?
Plus 16.
I like that. Indiana. All right. Then we get down, and we get down to this one gets a little tricky. Texas at Kentucky. Kentucky's one of those teams that they haven't been getting smoked, but they've been getting beat.
You skipped Oregon.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry. Oregon versus Rutgers.
That'll be another man size being.
Yeah. Oregon's angry. They're very angry.
And they played at Oregon.
Yeah, and they lost to Indiana, and they don't think they deserved to lose, but they did. They got beat up a little bit, and it's almost like Dan Lanning did not prepare the right way to play that game. He has one of those games that, he can prepare well, things are going good, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, and he had that last week with Indiana. So they're mad now.
Track team and they started whooping on them, and they couldn't run.
And they couldn't run. So now, even though Rutgers is going to see, oh, well, there's a plan against Oregon. The problem is you will not be able to carry it out because you do not have the physicality or the talent. So I expect Oregon to lay upon them a big dinner of duck stew. And the duck stew is what they're going to get fed so much that they can't handle it. So I like Oregon.
Me too. By plus 16.
Yeah. All right. Now we're back to the Texas versus Kentucky. And it's at Kentucky.
That just means that Kentucky will be beaten down in front of Kent. right in his living room.
No, I know, and he's not. Oh, and Kent's invested a lot on that big screen TV, and at the end, it's going to have those big words pop up: Texas. Maybe even a hook 'em sign. Whoa! Yeah, I like Texas in this one.
Texas by plus 16.
Wow.
You would think they get tired of 500 Stoops there, and no, he'll go below 500 again.
Yeah,
it's one game up, one game down, back and forth.
Yeah, it just who shows up. It's who shows up, you know. So, Kent, I promise we will not talk about this game with you. We will not rub it in. We won't do that to you. We won't. We won't.
Not too long, but you'll hear from us.
We'll probably say something. I'm not lying to you. We'll probably have something there, but I don't know. All right, the next game is going to be really interesting. You have Louisville with how many defeats? One defeat. So you have a one-loss Louisville, and is it at Miami or is it at Louisville?
It's at Miami.
So it's at Miami, who's undefeated, ranked number 2 in the country. I don't think that they're going to be able to stop Carson Beck. I just don't see it. I like Miami in this game.
Yeah, I have Miami by +10, but I have them as being number 9, and that's why they're at number 9, because I don't think they'll. So this is the last game on Miami's schedule that is against a fairly decent team. The rest of their schedule for the year is against sub 500 par teams.
Yeah, and you know somewhere.
And that game is tomorrow night. That's a Friday night game. It's like a high school game now.
Is it a Friday night game? Is it tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay.
But,
all right.
But that's the last. At week 8, they're playing their last tough
opponent.
If you consider that a tough game.
All right. So the next one we are going to get to is Texas A&M at Arkansas. This is really a no-brainer for me. This is Texas A&M. Depends on which Arkansas team shows up, but I still don't think they have the firepower or the physicality to match Texas A&M, the speed and everything else. Texas A&M, extremely fast. The quarterback is blazing fast. The whole team is incredibly just quick, very agile, physical. I like Texas A&M in this one.
And Texas A&M's new coach is Elko he was at Duke, and he's made the switch over from ACC to SEC. So
he's done phenomenal.
So Arkansas is on a free fall. They're at number 72 in the rankings.
Yeah.
How much more?
Texas A&M by 2 touchdowns.
And I'm looking right now. I didn't mark it. I must have been tired. Tired of looking at man-sized beatings.
Let's see what it is.
5.8 plus 16.
Plus 16. The most interesting game this weekend that I see, one of the toughest it's going to be called this weekend. There might be 1 or 2 games in there, but the one that I think is going to be the most interesting is Notre Dame is at Southern Cal. Southern Cal, of course, just beat the Schnockers out of Michigan, and I mean it really wasn't close. It was like we're just going to step on the gas. All right,
we'll 31-19. You know who's going to that game? Doug Rickenback.
Oh, Doug. Yeah. Oh, boy.
He said he's going to that game, and if they're playing for the Pac-10 championship game, he's going to Stanford for that one.
I like USC in this game, John.
Nope. Give me Notre Dame.
I got the numbers have Notre Dame by +2.
Yep, I got Notre Dame.
It's at USC.
Doesn't matter.
I don't think so. I think Notre Dame trips up here. This is one of the harder games that they have.
Is it really though? Like
USC has one loss.
to who?
One loss. USC lost to Indiana, was it? Or no, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Illinois.
Now,
A close game. It wasn't a blowout either.
I understand. Now listen. Would you consider Illinois being a top tier team though?
Oh, I think they're a top 15.
Yeah, so mid tier. So Indiana, would you consider them being a top 10 team?
Oh, Indiana's a top 5 right now.
Yeah, that's my point. So they're a top tier. You saw how Indiana and Ohio State both handled Illinois with
True.
ease. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Illinois and USC went neck and neck, which means that USC would be considered a mid-tier team. Okay? So let's go back and let's think about something here. So what does that make Michigan then whenever Michigan loses by 2 touchdowns to Southern Cal? Well, that would mean that Michigan sucks. They're a lower echelon team, which shows because, no offense, you look at their record right now. They beat up 3 nobodies, and now they got...
Who did Notre Dame lose to?
Notre Dame lost to Texas A&M and LSU. No. Was it LSU?
Notre Dame lost to, I got it printed right here. Week 1 to Miami, and week 2 to Texas.
Texas A&M.
It was a total of 4 points.
Yep. You see my point. So Notre Dame being a top tier team, because you know they're a top tier team.
Yes.
Marcus Freedom had them there last year.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
It's Notre Dame.
You convinced me. I'll take Notre Dame.
It's Notre Dame.
Of course, if you two are
and
wrong.
It's a rivalry game. So keep that in mind too.
All right. I'm going to say Notre Dame by no more than 2. It's got to be 2 points.
2.
Yeah.
It's
2 to
close game. And really, it's going to come down to, how Notre Dame attacks USC. I'm still questionable about their offense. I think their defense has gotten it together, but offensive identity, outside of Jordan Love, who you got?
Jeremy Love.
Jeremy Love.
But if USC can stuff him,
that's my point. What else do you got?
Then
has the offense progressed to this point now where we're making passes? Are we moving down the field?
Not great.
That's what I'm saying. So
not great.
It's a toss up here between the 2 teams. Mind you, it's a rivalry game. You've got a top tier team in Notre Dame that has a solid defense. But outside of Love, it's really questionable on offense.
USC has some good receivers,
and that's where the counter is. USC's defense is garbage. They hold good, but they're really garbage.
It's like Saban. If you can run at 5 yards, you're going to pass 6 or more.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a fun game. I would not be surprised to see USC pull an upset here and win by 7+ points. And that's simply because I would rely more on Southern Cal's offensive explosion than I would Notre Dame's.
So who do you like?
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
It's like the oxymoron in the room. It's like, hey, okay.
Notre Dame's going to take the air right out of the ball.
Yeah. I can't look. Experience and history are both on Notre Dame's side, so I can't go against Notre Dame here.
Yeah,
it's Notre Dame.
Okay, that I like. Because USC is one of the few teams that actually has a winning record against Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other teams is Ohio State has a winning record against them. All right, next game is LSU and Vanderbilt.
At Vanderbilt.
At Vanderbilt.
Give me Vandy.
I got to tell you, with Pavia, you are adding in a whole dimension.
I'm going to tell you this.
They're going to be psyched up. They're ready to upset somebody. They've gotten beat. They have 1 loss, correct?
Yep.
1 loss.
Last time I picked Vandy, they lost.
It was Alabama. And so now we have... Yeah. And I took that game. I said Alabama. Now you have LSU, which I don't think is as good as Alabama. And this is at Vandy. I like Vanderbilt.
Give me Vandy.
And the numbers say LSU +8.
I'd take Vandy.
8. I'm going to take Vandy on this one.
Yep, 3 points.
I'm taking I'm taking LSU, and I'm cheering all the way to the bank.
You might go bankrupt. I think they want in the playoffs, and I think they have more motivation than LSU. And I think this is where we're going to see a big mental explosion with Kelly's mind.
Yep. This is where LSU is going to fall apart.
Right, and
It's
then
that time of year.
and he'll go on for the second time this year, blaming everybody else but himself for the game.
And,
All right,
and that's our CFP bubble. Right
yeah,
there.
yep. Missouri at Auburn. Missouri versus Auburn. Can Missouri ram it right down their throat at Auburn? Mixed emotions here. Missouri has a loss. Alabama handed it to them in a pretty decisive way. Smacked them around. Let them get up and then smacked them again. So does Missouri have?
Missouri just keeps running. They're like the Ohio State Woody Hayes.
Yeah, run. Try to stop us from running. Right?
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah. Can Auburn not? Can they not physically get worn out?
Yeah. So they have the number one running back in the country. He's averaging 7 yards a carry.
I got to tell you, I like Mizzou in this game.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the backup quarterback, Prabula, he can take a rest, and Hardy can run, just run and run and run.
Run. Exactly. Here's an interesting one. Next one up is BYU versus Utah. And
At BYU.
it's at BYU.
It's at Utah.
Oh, it is at Utah. I don't think that's going to bother BYU.
Yeah. I have the numbers, BYU +4, but my eyes are saying Utah's going to blow them out.
Yeah. John wears glasses, just like me. So don't count on our eyes.
Yeah.
The program has BYU by 4.
Yep.
I'm going with the program here.
Me too.
Yeah. I like BYU on this one. And here comes an embarrassing one that it doesn't matter where it's played. Georgia Tech is at Duke, and I'm taking Georgia Tech. They're just man-child. We're going to play to the level of our competition and one step above, which means we could be halfway drowning, but we're going to keep going up for air, and we're going to get it. And, I just think that Georgia Tech in this one is who I'm taking.
Me too, because, Duke is on a free fall. So, and Georgia Tech won first game by 7, and then beat Clemson by 3, and then beat Wake Forest by 1, and beat Virginia Tech by 2 touchdowns. So,
and they're still swimming, and they're still swimming. I like Georgia Tech in this game, definitely.
I'm with you.
Texas Tech at Arizona State. This one is a very – I don't know which way to go on this. Arizona State has the sparkle. Are they going to have that at home against Texas Tech, who is just playing lights out?
I got Texas Tech.
I like Texas Tech.
I like Texas Tech and Arizona State. They're 4-2, and it's like they get a little momentum and they lose, and a little momentum and they lose again.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they're going to go 4-3 now. So I like Texas Tech. Yeah. What is the point there?
Texas Tech +4.
Okay. Now here we go. Now we're getting to Memphis at UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham. I like Memphis.
Memphis has been on a roll, except for Arkansas. Took them, they only won by one. Every other game has been 20 or 30 points.
Yep. I got Memphis.
Yeah, I like Memphis. It's an NB game, a no-brainer. Here's another tough one, and this one intriguing. Last week, Navy decides to go for 2 and gets it to win the game.
Yep.
At the end of the game, I mean, it was down to seconds, and Navy pulls it out, and they were down quite a bit, and came back in that game. Does Tulane have enough firepower to match Navy? I don't think they have the physicality. I think Navy is kind of a different team. They can throw now. So not only are you dealing with the triple option, your quarterback can actually throw the ball. I didn't know Navy knew how to pass. It was always run, and now it is
Flea flicker.
it's different. Flea flickers, screens. It's a couple over the middle. I like Navy.
Navy by 1.
Okay. The next game, here we go. Now we're talking about what we talked about before is UNLV at Boise State.
UNLV.
I like UNLV. Boise State has been kind of disappointing. How many losses they have? 2? Is it 2? Yeah, it's 2. The only thing is you're playing at the blue field. I still like UNLV.
You think blue fields are crazy? Try playing at a green one.
Yes. Who do you like in that one, John?
UNLV. But UNLV had a pretty soft schedule up to now.
Yeah.
But I still think they can beat Boise.
Oh, yeah.
At least the coach has it in his head.
What does the computer have it?
Computer has it +2, UNLV.
I got
all right.
UNLV.
UNLV is undefeated still.
Yeah, they're still undefeated. All right, here comes an interesting. Dabo has 1 foot on the edge of the chair. The chair has 4 bananas under each peg holding the chair up, and he's hanging by a high wire.
What they got this week?
And they're getting ready to play SMU, who is angry about their 1 loss. So, and it's at Clemson. So
that doesn't mean much.
Which
club Nick got on the bus?
Yeah, there's no bus there. It's which would, as they slap the rock going down on the field, it's like slapping their head.
Is it cursed?
But Clemson somehow they're not going to the playoff.
No,
that's already handled. You're not going to the playoffs. Um, at this point, Dabo might be going in and collecting his last check at the horse racing window. You know,
Especially with Franklin just getting fired too.
yeah, and I think which if it's not Matt Rue, it could be Dabo Sweeney up at Penn State. Don't count that out. But would they buy out his contract?
I still think it'll be Les Miles.
You think it'll be less?
It'll be the Mad Hatter. They need someone in there to mix things up, and I think everyone else is
Urban Meyer.
No, Urban.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Urban's listen. Ryan Day, Urban Meyer, Signetti. I hate to tell you this, Penn State fans, they are not coming to your rescue.
Nope.
Okay, they have worked very hard to build those programs, and it's going to.
You beat them down for 50 years.
Yeah,
and now it's payback time.
Yes. So
I like next again. It'll be Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I could see Freeman.
No, Freeman's not going to leave. He's got something going here at Notre Dame.
I know he does, but
he's built it to where other big coaches haven't. He's not leaving there. He's got a dream job.
He really does.
And if you look at Notre Dame, they keep all the cash.
Yeah, they're prestigious.
Okay, they have their own bank. They're their own Fed. So
zero NIL.
Yeah,
zero. And
yet, here we go, second year in, and they're still looking good.
Yeah,
they can just pay cash. They've got the coffers and everything else to do it. Their guys are going like this. Pumping out the dollars, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I like SMU in this game against Clemson.
I'll take SMU.
I'm taking SMU too. By 4 points. 4. By 4.
Okay, then we get down to the bottom in the bonus rounds. And again,
they're crazy this week.
Oh, it is crazy because it's going to be very hard to pick some of these games. You have, for game number 1, Oklahoma at South Carolina.
Ooh.
This is your team. I'm going to be closing my eyes right here, and you and Kalen handle these ones right here.
So Oklahoma has Mateer back, but he threw a dose interceptions against Texas, and I don't see him doing well at Bryce Stadium. No way.
You like South Carolina?
I don't know who I picked.
I'm leaning Oklahoma simply because can Carolina complete a full game? That's the real question. Oklahoma's got the defense. I mean, truth be told, they've got a solid defense, and they've already played mobile quarterbacks. So Lenore Sellers, if you take Lenore Sellers out of the equation here, does Carolina have an offense? I really don't think so. So I've got to go Oklahoma.
Yeah. I picked Oklahoma too. Lenore Sellers, the last 2 games, he's picked it up a little bit. But he's only
one-dimensional.
It's one-dimensional, though. Yeah.
He's only thrown 4 touchdowns all year.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma. So, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Smacking the pans over his head, Steve Martin. Oklahoma. All right, the next game. Washington State at Virginia.
Virginia.
And I know
Virginia.
I picked Virginia too. 5-1 against 3-3.
Yeah. I like Virginia. All right, now here's a good one. Talk about the agony of defeating.
I put this on purpose.
I bet you did too. No James Franklin, a team that's in disarray, no Drew Aller. Okay, so now you're going to a second string quarterback. Okay, you've been smacked around, you've been beaten. You didn't get to be dragged to the woodshed back there. Oh no. They beat you behind the woodshed and then beat you from there into the house. You've gotten a swift beating. And
Who do they play this week?
they play Iowa.
Oh, Iowa's going to beat that.
And it's at Iowa. And
Iowa. Iowa by 21.
Iowa has a very good defense, just as good as Jim Knowles, who is scratching his head right now thinking, oh, did I leave Ohio State?
This is the Knowles effect.
Yeah, this is the Knowles effect. And, you hate to talk about conspiracy theory here, but I will say this. You can remember last year.
Do you think he tainted the locker room?
I think you had a rebellion that was going on. The players losing
After the first loss?
Losing confidence in James Franklin. But here was the problem. Ohio State had this problem. There was creative differences with him and JJ. So, and of course, Ohio State brought in Matt Patricia afterward, which turned out to be a blessing.
The difference is this, though.
Is he vying for the head coach's job?
Is Ryan Day put the foot down and said, no, you're going to do it this way or you're going to be gone. It's that simple.
Well, I didn't see them going out of their way to bump up. They didn't counteroffer what Penn State was giving him. They said, go. So
a guy came out and he made it public, but he said that JJ and Jim Knowles got into it in a blaming fit over what happened in the Oregon loss.
Yes.
The first go around. And JJ told him, he said, you aren't stunting. You aren't doing anything with the front four. All you're doing is playing DB coverage in the back half, and you got 8 alive. And Ryan Day agreed, and Ryan Day made the adjustment. That's why from that point forward, you can actually watch the defense. They started stunting. You saw shifts.
Shifting.
You saw, it was a lot, and the defense came alive at that point.
And Penn State's out of it at this point.
Oh, they're done.
They're done. They're looking at a good bowl, but they're not looking at a playoffs. I like Iowa in this one, John.
Yep.
Me too, but the numbers say Penn State by like 0.1, so it's got to be.
Iowa still don't have an offense, so.
It's at Iowa. I'm going Iowa on this one. I think there's too many things to go against Penn State. All of a sudden, you got this new coach. Is that going to refresh the players? Your quarterback just went down. Your defense, has more.
Transfer portal's looking real nice.
Yeah, the defense has more craters in it and holes in it than the moon. So,
what do your wide receivers got locked up?
It's sponges aren't as porous as what Penn State is right now, and I think that they're just. I just don't know. I mean, it's like watching a rowboat go down in the ocean. I like Iowa. This is the final nail, and we'll see if Jim Knowles, will be offered the head coach job. I think that was his ultimate goal. I hate to say it, but I believe that was his ultimate goal. He knew he wasn't going to get it at Ohio State. So this is an opportunity for him now that they've sent, Franklin packing. And Franklin's contract, as a matter of fact, is that he has to try to search another job. I would be a Walmart greeter.
Yeah.
Okay. And take the $8 million a year. I'm not getting anything good. I'm going for $8 million. The stipulation is you have to look for work. That would be my job. I'm moving to Florida. I'm going to be a greeter, and I'm going to take $8 million from you every year. You know.
Yep.
So it gets back to like when Kiffin was an assistant under Saban, and Saban retired. He didn't get the job.
Right.
DeBoer did. And you're like, well, is that assistant coach going to get the job? Heck no.
No.
Oh.
All right. Pittsburgh at Syracuse.
Give me Pitt.
Now, Pittsburgh is one of these teams that they're a little unpredictable, but they always manage to roll off wins to where they're one game or two games away from the ACC championship game. I don't know how they do it, and they blow it, but you really can't count them out week after week.
What's the record?
Syracuse stinks. I like Pitt.
Give me Pitt.
The numbers are Pitt by 2.
Sounds right.
Sounds about right. Okay, here comes the last one, folks. Washington State. So we have the Cougars against the Michigan Wolverines.
No, that's Washington.
Oh,
versus Michigan.
Is it Washington or
It's
Washington State?
It's a big-
Washington.
Oh, it's Washington. We have Washington State in there, John.
On mine it says Washington. So I must have done you wrong.
You did it wrong.
I've got.
But it's Washington.
What does that say?
I know you don't have your camera on. Oh, you did, man. You did him wrong. Look at that.
Yeah.
You did him wrong.
Back it up a little. Back it up a little. Let it read. Get it to where it's not blurry.
See mine?
Huh?
See mine?
Mine.
John's trying to throw me off.
It'd be Washington versus Michigan.
There it is. Look.
Washington versus Michigan.
Right.
It's at Michigan, if I remember.
See, I had Washington State on there, but it is Washington, folks.
Is it at Michigan or Washington?
It is at Michigan.
Do what, John?
It's at Michigan.
Oh, yeah. Give me Washington. Washington by 21, baby.
And as they say in Ohio, Washington.
Yeah, Washington.
Worcester.
I think that Washington puts them through the rinse cycle.
I think it's another repeat of the USC.
Yeah, I think it is too. I think Washington has too much firepower. Their quarterback is extremely accurate. I just don't see Bryce Underwood.
I
with
see
no.
One for the third loss.
That's what I see.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan with the third loss. I like Washington.
The fans are already revolting more.
Yeah.
Washington. It's Thursday, so they're at Ann Arbor and they're partying already.
Yeah, and you know I see Sharon Moore right now is trying to build his home on a stack of feathers, and I just don't think it's a solid foundation for him either.
Well,
So-
the problem is they sat here, and you can blame Jim Harbaugh, you can blame whoever you want, but the fact is Michigan sat there on the high ground as if they were a moral compass for everybody, and then everybody knows it came out you cheated. You flat out cheated, and the worst part about it is those were your best years.
Yeah, and
there was no lead up. Those were your best years.
well, it was just a very narcissistic type deal, and even from the fans getting onto all the Ohio State pages, we beat you for 4 years, we spanked you for 20, except for 1 year. So
I mean, if you go on their page right now, they got a picture of Bryce. Poor Bryce. He's sitting there. Well, it ain't poor. I mean, shit, he's getting paid $12 million. they're sitting there getting their asses kicked. He's on the sideline at the end of the game, sitting there smiling and whatnot. And then somebody goes and takes a picture and then posts up next to him and is like, you know what? It's funny. He goes, hey, he didn't even want to come to Michigan. It wasn't until you threw $10 million in his face.
I think that Bryce Underwood right now at this point,
Considering the portal,
preparing for this game, it's put best in Kennedy's words from Louisiana. He's more nervous than pregnant nun in church.
Yeah. He's probably wondering when the end of the year is.
I love that one. I just heard that this week and I started laughing. Sorry. I like Washington, John. Who do you like?
I love Washington.
Oh, John, I get such a kick out of you.
There's no like about it.
About 21, baby.
Yeah. So, the only ones that we have is that were in question is Notre Dame, USC, and Tennessee, Alabama. And
Give me Tennessee.
Is that
Tennessee, isn't it?
No, it's at Alabama.
Oh shit! Give me Bama.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm going to have to go with
It'll
Bama.
be a tight game. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Tennessee pulls an upset here, but it also depends on what team shows up. Is this the team that's going to play Georgia, or is this?
I think they are. I think it was a humiliating loss. DeBoer is a very good coach, even though that the Alabama fans were ready to hang him out to dry. But I just, is he Nick Saban? No. But he can recruit.
He can recruit, and he's learning.
And
That's
he's learning
about it.
fast.
Yeah.
And I like Alabama.
Give him 2 years, and he
Alabama.
might be the next Saban.
Yeah.
So far, he's 15-5 at Bama.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah, it's going to get better.
But he got thrown into the cooker, too. I mean, the 5 losses there.
15-5 in Alabama is like going,
0-10.
Yeah. What the heck's going on?
3 games in 1 year.
So, John, who do we have for the Heisman chase?
So I put them in order by stats on all the players.
And let's get
runner, according to the media, is Carson Beck.
Yeah.
and
he is the 75th place for production in college football.
Who's first?
So right now, speak to me, John.
So number one quarterback is Sawyer Robertson from Baylor. 2,058 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions.
Damn.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
And Beck is 1,213 yards, 11 TDs, and 3 interceptions.
Who's Baylor played?
Big 12.
Yeah, they play in the Big 12, but they're
Who's in the Big 12?
Listen, they burned me on a couple of games.
Is Baylor ranked?
Baylor's ranked.
Where's Yogi ranked at?
Baylor's at number 36 or 4-2.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
The next one, I still have a problem with this one. Go ahead, John.
Quarterback?
That's right.
Number 30 is Cade Klubnik. 133 out of 202 attempts, 1,530 yards, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. But they're 3-3.
But when I think of Klubnik, I think of caveman walking out of the cave and
that's how he plays.
and he just
that's how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, but the problem is that as much as he's working, it's like one step forward, 1.5 back.
More like 4 back. But all right.
You know what I'm saying? On some games, yeah. I mean, it makes no sense to me. It's everybody else on the team is taking a nap, but him. So Next one down, John.
Number 48, Garrett Nussmeier, LSU. 135 completions out of 204 attempts. 1,413 yards, 9 TDs, 5 interceptions.
Not good, my friend.
And that's not going to get it done.
And they're 5-1.
Well, I think that they're going to be 5-2. And I think that's how it's going to go. They're going to be 5-2, and that's going to be more of a true representation of Garrett Nussmeier. So, yeah.
Who does Oh, they play Vanderbilt.
Yeah, at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I still think LSU will win.
Vandy.
I like Vandy. I just everything is telling me Vandy on this
It's
one.
Vandy. Vandy's gonna
Their
win.
NIL is out in the streets.
Yeah, it's called mugging.
Drug hunt.
School has more money than damn Federal Reserve.
Yeah. It's we're holding you up. All right, next one.
Number 56, Tommy Castellanos, FSU.
No.
86 completions, 138 attempts, 1,365 yards, 9 TDs, and 5 interceptions.
He's got 41 rushes for 217 yards.
Tommy, look at me.
Tommy running.
I'm upset with you.
He's running for his life.
Yeah. Tommy.
USO.
Yeah. Tommy.
The Seminoles keep losing.
Yeah. He's working. Nobody else is.
Nope, they done gave up.
All right, next one down.
Number 61, Arch Manning. 81 completions, 135 attempts, 1,317 yards, 12 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
No.
Yeah, he's still Tomato Boy to me. He's still tomatoing cars on Friday night. He throws that sidearm type deal and just, he can hit a Volkswagen. He can. He'll peg the side windshield of a Volkswagen and run into the woods. But is he going to be a Heisman winner? No
Not
way.
this year, anyways.
Yeah, not. I just don't see it. Next one down.
And here's your media Heisman leader, Carson Beck. 102 completions, 139 attempts, 1,213 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions.
He's playing ball.
He's got a great quarterback rating. I mean, the boy is rated at 84.
He's playing ball.
Yeah, he's balling.
He's playing ball.
But he's got a good cast that's behind him too. So when you look, does he have a chance? Absolutely. The next one is he's out. I mean, let's just bypass that.
Drew Alla. He's out.
Yeah, he's done. So bypass that one. Go to the next one.
97th, Lenore Sellers, quarterback, South Carolina, 73 completions, 114 attempts, 1,010 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, but you can't have just one good player. I think we're learning that with Michigan. You can't base the whole football team off of one individual. You have to be well-rounded. Swain is good, but, now you got 2 guys. I mean, you've got to be able, and they can't establish a run game.
No.
And that's the problem with them.
But
the offensive line collapses.
It goes back to recruiting and coaching. I hate to put it like that. Not stating that he's a bad coach. It's just the coaches that he has.
Well, the offensive line coach, I believe it was let go.
Yeah.
Or offensive coordinator. I'm not sure who it was. The line coach or the coordinator.
I don't know. It seems to be the coordinator the way they're playing right now.
Yeah. They just let him go after the LSU game. So I think that's the problem. And, I just don't see it. I don't see that he can win that. I think Pavia has a much better chance than he does. So off to the receivers, John.
So the number one receiver in college football, Mekhi Lemon from USC, 44 catches for 682 yards.
Yeah, he's working. He's working.
He's the only receiver on his team.
Well, but you have to understand something. He's working to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
He's and he's doing a lot of work. But he's a phenomenal. Yeah,
I watched the game. He went off.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. I mean, there's no question. Next up,
number 3, Mario Carner from. I didn't put it down where he's from. 32 receptions, 634 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Where is he from?
I think it's Texas A&M.
I think so too. All right, next one down.
Number 20, Jeremiah Smith, Ohio State. 40 receptions, 530 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 13.2 average yards per catch.
And this one's kind of deceptive.
Yeah, because they have, 4 first stringers on their team?
As
wide receiver ones?
When you look at it, I think that this kid might be the best player in all of college football.
Well, hang on. Time out. Let me ask you this. How many does Carnell Tate, where does he rank at?
I looked at Tate. He was quite a ways down the list.
Yeah, but how many yards does he have in touchdowns?
Yeah, I think he's way down the list.
Yeah, but there's a reason why. Tate can get him down the field. You have to understand something. And then Smith is getting the touchdowns after
it's not just
they got him down the phone.
They don't just have Smith and Tate, though. Look at
Inez.
Brandon. Yeah, how many? What about Ennis?
Claire, Kazmarek. They've got a hole full of array, and I get that. Plus Bo Jackson, plus CJ Donaldson.
Exactly.
Plus, but that's not the point. Jeremiah Smith is still a distraction for other teams to where you have to put 2 and 3 guys on him.
I will say this,
and then expose them elsewhere.
I will say this, though. The play calling and the offensive explosion that everybody is used to by like a number 1 ranked offense or a number 2 ranked offense, Ohio State doesn't show that this year. They're 53rd, if I remember correctly, within total ranking for offense this year. But I think they're doing it on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
I think they learned something last year going into the playoffs and such. Not to get exposed out with certain things. And we're kind of seeing them play this, like I said last time.
It's a game of chess.
Yeah, it's a game of chess, but at the same time, they're like a 7-speed transmission. What gear do I want to run in today?
I don't think that they shifted gears yet.
No, I still think they're sitting in 4th.
And all right, next one down, John.
Number 152, Aaron Anderson, wide receiver, LSU, 23 catches for 305 yards.
That's it.
Yeah, 305 yards is the
wide
concern.
Receiver, you?
Yeah, well,
and he was one of the preseason leaders for receivers. So
wide receiver, Mo.
And, the thing is that when you look at that, he's 23 receptions. You would expect him to have a lot more yards.
Yeah.
And I mean, you just would.
Yeah, because even at 44, if you go to double it on up, he's still under what? 600?
Yeah.
He's halfway to Mekhi Lemon.
Yeah.
Halfway.
Yeah. Halfway. It's in the windshield, but it's a long ways off.
Get there eventually.
All right, now we're off to the running backs.
Running backs. Let me see here. Number 1 is Ahmad Hardy, Missouri, 115 rushes for 782 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Now, we're at halfway in the season. This kid's looking like he could be a 1,500-yard a year back. And John's right. They're going to run it right down your throat. and they're going to just keep coming. Stop me if you can, and until you can,
But what's crazy is Missouri also has a nasty passing attack.
well, they can, but their whole basis is on the running back. The run opens up the pass. So
The pass
it's kind
opens
of
up the run.
right, and this one is reversed.
He's averaging 7 yards a carry.
Yeah, that's
Beast
animal.
mode.
That's animal like. And this is the one that I'm concerned about is the next one. And I'll tell you why. Getting to USC, if USC can stop him, which is very likely, if you really look at the production numbers that he has,
Justice Haynes?
Jeremy Love.
Oh, Jeremy Love.
Good.
For 503.
He's got 8 TDs, but to me, it just seems like he would be producing a lot more.
Yeah.
You know,
I think he would.
About Mickey Mantle.
I think he would if he had the supporting cast. But he has really nobody else on the offense that can support him.
yeah, I just don't see it. I mean, you want to rely on this guy, and I don't think, I just don't think it's there.
I think the game's evolved too much at this point to be one-dimensional on one player.
Yeah, you just
gotta
can't.
have
Everything.
Yeah, it's like chess now. You've got to at least know how to play checkers and have the pieces.
Exactly, and I just you have to know which game you're in. Is it ping pong? Is it chess? What is it? So I just don't think that they're there at that point. And down the road, will it take them deep into the playoffs? No way. No way.
No, they're going to get exposed late year.
This could be a one and done for them. And that's why I say I think that this game with Notre Dame, and it's at USC, is going to be a real challenge for Notre Dame, not for USC. I think it's more of a challenge for Notre Dame than USC. Shut down Jeremy Love, make Notre Dame one-dimensional, and I think that you could burn them. So, all right, now we're down to the defense.
Defense is crazy to me.
Oh, yeah.
So
there's some working boys. All right.
So the number one, Caden Fordham from North Carolina State, has 69 tackles on the year.
Jesus.
I'd be resentful going into the locker room that I'm working that hard. You know what I'm saying? I'd be looking at
I'd be looking at the coach and be like, "Why am I on the Heisman list, homie?"
I'd be looking at my teammates and saying,
"What the hell?
Yeah, what are y'all doing? What are you doing?" And it's to me, it's one of two things. It's poor tackling by everybody else, and this guy having to come through for you. And you're not winning games.
You got the water boy on your team.
Yeah, it's, so. All right, next one up.
Number 157, Anthony Hill, linebacker from Texas, has 38 tackles and 2 fumbles.
Yeah, he's working. But
he fell off a little bit, though.
Yeah, he fell off.
He is half Fordham.
Yeah.
He fell off, though.
And then, yep. So next one down.
Next one down, number 432, Caleb Downs, safety, Ohio State, 19 tackles, 4 solos, 1 tackle and 1 interception.
And he leads OSU with 29 tackles.
Reese does.
Yeah, Reese does.
Reese.
Yeah. But that's the problem.
He's another beast.
The problem is why I don't think that you're seeing Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs as a safety can play any position. And, except for
they were actually, look, I want y'all to understand how big Caleb Downs is. Okay. Caleb Downs is what? 6 foot?
Under 200?
Yeah. I think he's 6 foot.
202?
I think he's like 205 or 220, something like that. But now, Jeremiah Smith is how big?
Well, Jeremiah, he's an animal. He's like 6'4".
Yeah, he's a big dude, right?
Yes.
Arvell Reese is as big as Jeremiah Smith as a linebacker.
Yeah, but he's fast. He's got 4.5 speed.
It's literally if you put the two next to one another, you could almost say it's Jeremiah Smith put on a different jersey just to go hit people on defense.
Yeah, but it's not just him. I mean, you got Curry, you've got
they're
a whole
loaded.
supporting cast.
They're loaded.
So that's
no
why.
offense. It's there's only two teams right now that I think could that almost look like an NFL factory. What are the two teams?
Well, I mean, I think there's probably 3 or 4, and I think between Oregon, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, and
but
Indiana.
The problem is that the way that they produce and the way that they consistency. Ohio State, Georgia would be your two. The consistency, the way that they've produced throughout the years now going forward. And the type of recruits and the standard. I mean, if you put
Alabama's in there too.
Yeah. Bama fell off a step whenever Saban retired.
Yeah,
but they skipped a
to
few
that
on the
point,
way.
how can you say he fell off a step? The man reeled in 7 national championships, 6. That's not falling off a step.
No, it's hard to replace. It's hard to replace is what it is. Which is what I mean. DeBoer was here at the very pinnacle and they kind of fell down here. He's getting back up there.
Yeah, I just think that Downs fell off because of the supporting cast that he has.
Yeah.
Next one down, John.
My opinion is why Ohio State's defense they're number one in college football.
Yeah.
But they're not on the field. The time of possession favors the offense. So you can't have a lot of stats as a defense when you're on the sideline.
Playing. Yeah. When you're not playing, right. But they're forcing teams into 3 and out, and then the teams that are stupid enough to go for it are getting locked down. I mean, they don't give up a lot of
they don't give up a lot of big plays.
They're stingy.
Up a lot of first. I mean, they'll let you get the first downs, but as far as when you get backed up into the red zone, it's hard to get into that end zone.
Yeah, they're stingy.
What is it? I think
Ohio State's only giving up 6.8 points per game.
Yeah, but they showed a statistic whenever they were playing one of the teams, and I can't remember who it was. But when it comes to goal line stands, Ohio State since last year has been in 15 goal line stands and given up 0 points.
Well, they did this year. They did to Illinois. So
that was the first time.
Right. So they've given up 2 touchdowns in the last, I want to say, and then they gave up 1 to the Bobcats. So
that wasn't a goal line though. We're not talking about.
No, but red zone.
Yeah, red zone goal line.
Right, are 2 different things. About. Right. So I'm just saying they've given up some, but not much. And it's
dead time.
All right, next one down.
Sorry. Number 1088, TJ Parker, defensive line, Clemson, 17 tackles, 7 solo, 1 interception.
You got to do more, buddy. You play for Klubnik.
No, he's working, but it's just one guy. And
you kidding me? Working? He's only got 17 tackles. That other guy up there had 60-something. That's working.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
He's just going for a jog in the park.
So the preseason Heisman defensive hopefuls have all fallen apart. All.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You don't have a two-way player that's like a standout, their receiver and their safety.
Yeah, they're
no Travis Hunter.
All right, so last one up, honorable mention.
Bishop Fitzgerald, Southern Cal, 5 interceptions and 20 tackles.
This kid is that's impressive.
I don't care what you guys say. I like USC.
He picks off nothing but footballs.
He's done switched his pick now. He's now going with Southern Cal.
Yeah, I was there. I was thinking about it, and the more I think about it, and the more I like it. I mean, I'm seeing one dimension with Notre Dame. Shut down Jeremy Love, and it's game over.
I told you.
I keep going in my mind, and I'm just sensing it. I like USC to upset them.
I'm going with you. Let's let USC.
USC.
South Carolina's going to get their faces pummeled this week. I need a USC to win. Come
yes,
on.
yes, exactly. And that's pretty much what we got, folks. And you know the picks. Some of them are hard to choose, and they could go either way. It's a very hard week to pick. So,
and my thing is, I'm really against the Heisman hopefuls
yes, I
because
don't think there's a standout there.
Miami just does not have the schedule to support this big game stage,
Not yet.
and the other players that we were talking about week one, they just kind of crumbled. Or
Exactly.
they're not producing.
Yeah, I agree, and I just don't. I think when push comes to shove, you put Miami against Georgia, you put Miami against Alabama, you put Miami, at this point in time against your top five, Texas A&M or Ole Miss. Does Miami come out on top of those games?
Some, but not all.
It's a 50-50 guess, and I just don't see Miami coming out on top of all those games. I just don't see it.
So who do you think of the top 12 is subject to leave?
To fall out?
Yep. Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, Indiana, Oregon, Tennessee.
Tennessee. I'll call
Ole Miss, Texas.
Texas. I call falling out.
LSU.
No, not this week.
LSU. I call falling out.
LSU is one of them that I think that will fall out. I think Notre Dame is going to be one of them that will fall out. Looking at Alabama and Tennessee.
This week, Tennessee is going to fall out. LSU is going to fall out.
That's an either-or game. Alabama and Tennessee is so close to call, but I think Alabama prevails. Tennessee drops. They fall out of the top 12. I think in all reality, LSU falls out. I think Vandy upsets them.
Yep, and I see Vandy taking their place.
And I see Vandy, moving way up, and getting into a very good spot. The other one that I look at that is questionable is.
Sorry, my bladder is calling.
That's okay.
So
I think Michigan falls out of the top 25.
Yeah,
they're done. I don't even know if they're still in the top 25. I thought they were number 25, right?
They're 35 right now.
Okay, 35. I think Washington puts the dagger in them, and that's the end of that.
So Notre Dame loses to USC this week. That's your third loss.
Yeah, they're done. I say they get booted out of the top 25.
Next year.
Yeah, there's always next year. I think that there are some coaches that are on the absolute hot seat already. If they lose one more game, they're done. Again, building a house on a pile of feathers, not going to help you. And, I think Dabo Sweeney is one of those coaches that's there, that is on that.
Well, you saw what happened at Oklahoma State because they didn't adapt to NIL.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma is one of those teams that is going to fall out. But I like them this week. I just
Oklahoma is number 28 in our poll.
yeah. So they could go back in if they win this game. And they've got South Carolina, so I could see them going back in.
So what I see is Texas Tech replacing Notre Dame in the top 12.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then who knows what Georgia Tech will do? Because there's Georgia Tech, Texas Tech, Navy, UNLV, all undefeated, and Memphis.
Yep. And it's a shame they're not ranked.
Yeah.
That's what I don't agree with.
Well, but you have to understand, put them up against some big, high.
Shit, put them up there. Let's watch some football.
That's not football.
That is football.
It is not. It's like a
It
bad.
is too. You put SMU in there last year to get humiliated. You put Arizona State in there last year to get humiliated. Who else did you have in there last
But
year?
Arizona State did not get humiliated.
No, surprisingly, they had Scatterboo, which is kind of like a cheat code because the dude's weird. I mean, he headbutts walls.
It don't matter. He runs people over.
Yeah, he headbutts walls.
He doesn't know why. He just does it. Run this way. John and I were talking about this. I want the ball. Can you go get me the ball? Get me the ball. You're going to get me the ball, aren't you, Danny? Get me the ball. Get me the ball.
Point, though. It's like that's the whole purpose of the college football playoff. It's like you should be playing the best teams. And no offense, if you're going through your schedule and you're undefeated, then damn it, you're one of the best teams until you prove otherwise.
Really?
Really?
So if BYU defeats Utah, that will most likely put them in the top 12. I don't think BYU is in a top 12 team.
No, but BYU is going to lose within the next 3 weeks anyways. So it's going to kick them right back on out.
I just don't see it. I think if Missouri, they're ranked where?
Missouri is 13. They're 5-1.
Yeah, and
so if Notre Dame loses, Missouri will move up.
Yep.
Yeah, I just.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. Good luck on your picks, everyone, for this week. A couple of really, really tough games. Golly, they can go either way. So, very, very hard to pick this week. But good luck making your picks. And we will see you next week right here on Offsides College Top 25 plus 5 with your hosts, John and Kalen, and myself. And we thank you for tuning into the Trim Radio Network. And we hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Let the games begin. By the way, everyone, if you are listening in, you must have your picks in before tomorrow night because the games begin tomorrow night with
Miami versus Louisville.
There you have it.
And last week, the top 25 was not all teams played. It was 15-3.
Okay, there it is, guys. So we will get back with you, and John will announce the winner of the week, and we'll go ahead and look at that afterward. So, all right, you guys take care. Thanks, John.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
All right, man. I will see you later. Kent, Doug, I'm sorry. Let's just get that out there right now. Is that poor Kent. He's going to be there sitting in the lazy boy, and don't throw anything at the big screen.
And Doug will be in the Coliseum watching Notre Dame.
Yes. So sorry to you too, Doug. The one I worry about right now is Marcus. He seems to be just crushing it lately. So, and John, you passed me by. Very upsetting. Very, very upsetting.
So, Marcus is, I'm looking right now. Marcus is, he's 6 games off the pace.
You and I are what? How many points apart?
150 to 148.
Oh, 2 points apart. Who's
So-
behind me?
Sherry. And then Marcus.
And then Marcus.
So this year, usually I'm horrible at the bonus games. I've gotten 44 points out of bonus games. That's pretty good for me.
I know. I was counting on you to blow those, and now you've made it more difficult for me. It's very disappointing, John.
What's really impressive is I'm 106 and 19 for the top 25.
Oh, unbelievable! Thank God for the bonus games. That's what's kept me in it. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. And John, take care, buddy.
You have a good one.
All right, brother. Later.
Get well, Kalen.
Yeah, he's getting there. We're getting some answers, and hopefully everything will work out. But thanks, guys, for all the hope and well wishes. Take care, guys. Bye.